If you're trying to ram things in there and you're trying to just push and push and push on the hammer drill or the rotor hammer or whatever tool you're using, you are being counterproductive. The job is going to take you way longer because of that. Slow down, have some patience. Hey, welcome back to America's Funniest Handyman, where today I'm going to teach you how to attach it to concrete. Well, specifically in this case, some shutters. If you can take a look, I've been attaching a whole bunch of working shutters to this beautiful big house in Bluebell, Pennsylvania. And every single fastener that I'm attaching to this part of the house has to go into stone. And for a long time now, I've been meaning to make a video to teach you guys how to attach stuff to concrete or brick or stone, and there's no better teacher than stone, because if you can attach stuff to stone, then concrete and brick will feel like a piece of cake, because stone is stone. It's hard as a rock, as they say. Anyway, I'm gonna set up the camera and give you guys a brief tutorial on how to drill your holes and then how to sink your fasteners. Okay, so each one of these shutters gets 3 of these that hold the strap hinges. Then they get 1 of these that goes underneath. This is called a shutter dog, and it actually holds the shutter in place and looks decorative. And then they get these little acorn holdbacks, which actually get screwed behind the shutter so that when the shutter shuts, it has something to close. Okay, I've already drilled a hole at the bottom and sunk 1 of these. So now I've taken a measurement, because my shutters are already prepped. I take a measurement from here to here, and I use a 6-foot level in order to make sure that those marks are nice and even. And now I'm going to drill a hole. Now when you're drilling into stone, you want to avoid using a battery-powered hammer drill, because it's just not enough. You need something that's got a lot of beef, a lot of torque, and you don't want to be changing batteries, especially on a job like this. You've got literally hundreds of holes to make in the stone. There's 2 tricks I want to tell you about when it comes to drilling into stone. One is, get yourself a tiny little receptacle of water. That's all that's in there is water. And then make sure your drill bit has everything that's supposed to be on the end of the concrete bit, all the little spots. Make sure it's nice and sharp. And then when you drill into concrete, you want to make sure to go nice and slow. You don't want to push. The more you push, the more you're going to heat up the end of this. And if you heat up the end of the bit, you're going to burn it right off, and you're going to go through bit after bit after bit after bit. You got to go nice and slow. And then about every 10 seconds, I take it out of the stone, I dip it in the cold water to keep it nice and cold. Now I could go really super fast if I wanted to, but that isn't going to help me in this situation. It's just going to heat up the drill bit, it's going to heat up the inside of the hole, and it's not going to make it any easier. It's light pressure on this is called a rotor hammer, which is basically a large hammer drill. Light pressure, and just keep cruising. You hear that? You can't hear that, but when I dip it in the water, it goes, which is a neat sound. I don't know why, but that's a really cool sound. Here we go. Okay, now that hole is finished and ready for my lag. And if you look, my lag slides in and out almost perfectly, which means it's not catching the threads. So what I do, I don't use sleeves all the time. You could use a sleeve. Sleeves come in handy. But on an application like this, I find it easier just to stick something in there that's going to get the threads to catch, and it fills up the hole. So nice and snug. And you can do the same thing with hex lags and all kinds of lag screws. Whenever you're drilling into concrete, you want to make that hole like the same size as your screw, and then you want to stick something inside the hole that's going to make the hole just a little bit smaller so that you can thread it on in. I got 3 more to do. I'm going to turn on the time lapse and then I'll check in with you when I'm finished at the end.
Maybe you can't tell a joke, but when your stuff gets broke, what do? You give Tommy a call, whether it's large or small. There's no project he can't see through. Let's laugh and learn from this handyman, with Kitty hold this by his side, fixing stuff in a serious way with a not so serious guy. Swing the hammer, turn the screw, cut the saw and stick the glue, shave the shim, clamp the vise, cut once, measure twice. Drill the hole and fill the hole, put the thingy in the hole. Be sure you're having fun, measure twice, cut once.
Okay, the last 2 shutters are in. I've got a few more pieces of hardware to attach. Just remember that I'm screwing things into stone right now, which means that it doesn't matter what the size of the fastener is. If it's a small screw or a big lag screw, the same principles apply. You got to drill the hole the same size as your fastener. Then you either need to insert your sleeve or some wooden skewers like I do on this job. And same principles apply for concrete and brick. Just remember, brick is pretty soft, so you got to be a little more careful with it. And the key, as always, to doing something like this is patience. If you're trying to ram things in there and you're trying to just push and push and push on the hammer drill or the rotor hammer or whatever tool you're using, you are being counterproductive. The job is going to take you way longer because of that. Slow down, have some patience. As always, thanks for letting me bring a whole lot of experience and a little bit of humor onto your job site. Just thought I'd take a second and show you what this house looks like now that it's got all these black, beautiful working shutters on it. That's all.